All right, everybody, it's day 3 of the coronavirus shutdown. This is Mr. Buse. I'm here with Ruby. She might make some noise. Apologies. She's asleep right now, but I think she's going to wake up soon. Anyways, welcome to the 3rd edition of this YouTube show. It's going to be a little bit different today. I'm going to bring in an exclusive interview with one of Solorio's teacher who a couple of you requested to be on the show, had a couple questions for him. We're going to have Mr. Wisniewski on today. In the show today, he's going to talk about how he's staying physically sharp, emotionally sharp, mentally sharp, all sorts of sharp in this time of social isolation. Whether or not Captain Crunch can be considered a dinner cereal, the benefits of Bill Shakespeare and reading a lot, and also he'll answer the question of, is it really Fresh Friday if there's no one to be fresh for in the hallways? If you're watching this from my class, don't forget to fill out those Google Forms. Even if you don't finish reading or writing something in a certain day, I still want to hear from you. And if you want, every day at noon, live stream, flipping through the books. Nice little lo-fi down-tempo beat. Supposedly that's what it is. It was requested by some people. I can change it up if I get some more requests. For now, the lo-fi people are winning. Anyways, I enjoyed sitting down and recording this with Mr. Wisniewski. And we obviously sat down virtually, not in person. And we'll also hear from his special guest, Mr. Wilson himself. Enjoy it, and I will catch you all on the flip side. All right, folks, welcome to the stream. We've got Solorio's first four-legged teacher. If you can introduce yourself. Being a little camera shy.
Wilson. Yeah, so that was Wilson, the very humble black lab, 1 year old, and is already ready for school to resume because we've been spending far too much time together, and I've been driving him nuts. He's been driving me nuts, but you know, here we are.
Yeah, great. So everybody, welcome Mr. Wisniewski to the show.
What's up, guys?
Got a couple requests in for an interview with him. So, Mr. Wisniewski, why don't you go ahead and tell us what's been the most challenging change in your day so far? Now that you're, in what seems to be a very light-filled, airy apartment, but
yeah,
just you and the dog.
For sure. Biggest challenge. I would say I'm a big believer in routines. I have my routine. I wake up at a certain time every day. I see the same people every day. I get a workout in at the same time every day. And this has been strange, thinking of what I'm going to do to fill my time. For all of you who are in my class. Oh, wait, no, this is only to Mr. Buse's class. But
no, they can see it, though. Hey, we're going worldwide. We're going viral.
Right. So I know Mr. Buse's class.
Can you still stay viral?
Yeah. Check your grades. They are updated with everything that we've done so far. So including we did some presentations on a comedy of errors. Students read one act and gave a presentation on it. So those are graded. And then students also performed their act, a condensed version of the act, and those went in the grade book today as well. So check your grades. And if you want to do something to improve your grades, send me an email. I know a couple of you already did. Good job. I'll be getting back to you very shortly.
Yeah. Great. What's this I hear? I hear there's a new Illinois State Board of Education policy. What's your take on that, Mr. Wisniewski?
Well,
your analysis.
My analysis. I think it's a great opportunity for students who look at their grades and are like, I got a 1 on that. What can I do to show that I do understand these concepts? So we've got all kinds of opportunities for that. If you struggle with some assignments in Shakespeare, why not read some more Shakespeare? Read a couple sonnets. We got time. See if you can find another one of his plays and read an entire play. Tell me about it. Show me that you understand this. That's a great way to improve your grade and to kill some time on this long quarantine.
And I think on the YouTubes they have some of Bill Shakespeare's play there.
That old Bill, he was popular. He did go viral a couple times. There is a weird, cheesy, corny version of a comedy of errors on YouTube that if students are still confused after reading the play and seeing the play, because it was confusing for sure, there are some cheesy versions of it that are a little simpler that might be helpful.
I thought you were about to talk trash about Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet in 1996 with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes.
I would never do such thing.
Okay, good.
Maybe because I've seen it.
That is a beautiful movie. It more or less shaped my approach to relationships, which probably not for the better. Anyways, moving on from that one, we've got a question. This one comes from, I believe, Jonathan R. Jonathan R. asks, what are you doing to keep your life together while you're more or less locked inside? So, you talked about some of those routines, not being able to work out, not being able to walk around the hallways in your brown loafers. Is Jordan Friday, is Fresh Friday going to continue? Tell us from the Mr. Wisniewski view, what's it going to be like?
Friday will continue throughout this quarantine. I've already got some ideas for what the caption is going to be. So I've been doing that. Wilson keeps me busy. We walk around the block a couple times. My brother lives in the neighborhood and he also has a dog. So we had a little play date outside a little while ago. I also have a running timer on my phone. Every hour, the timer goes off. And I do some push-ups and sit-ups every hour just to keep my body moving because as can happen, I've mentioned I'm currently catching up on a TV show right now. You watch one episode, next thing you know, you've watched 3, 4, 5 episodes. The whole day is gone. You've been sitting on the couch the whole time. So set a timer every hour on the hour, do some physical activity just to keep my body moving. It'll be time to take this guy for a walk again pretty soon. He's currently chewing my Solorio baseball hat.
There we go.
So let's take it easy on that, shall we? I think he's getting a little antsy as well.
Yeah. Well, it's not a beautiful day out. I think it's about 40 degrees, a little bit rainy.
A little rainy. Oh, it is raining still, I think.
Truly March weather.
Yeah.
So I got my assistant is telling me that was actually a question from Monica R, not from
Monica
Jonathan
R.
Yes.
Monica R. How you doing, Monica R? Hope you're actually listening to this.
Okay. And then so Jonathan R does ask, I might say a little bit surprisingly, his first question was, what do you think is the best way to get a better test score in the SAT? Now, here's the challenge. You got to answer that in 5 words or less.
5 words or less. How do you score better on the SAT? Read a lot.
I think a lot's actually 2 words.
Read.
Yeah, that you counted up 3.
That would be.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The thumb. Counting like a European. I don't get it. We do that. Okay.
Read a lot. Read everything you positively can. It'll only make things easier. It'll increase your vocabulary. It'll help your. I told my students the other day we did a practice test that, it's not a vocab test. It's a reading test. But the more you read, the more words you'll understand, the better you'll be able to put words into context, the better you'll be able to get main ideas. Just read a ton. Read a ton. I'm currently restarting the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Very good.
That'll keep me busy for a while. I started it last year and then just got distracted and didn't finish it. So if anyone wants to read along with me, it's a fantastic book.
Great.
It's book series.
So I've got you're talking about physical exercise earlier. I don't know if this one will make it into the final cut.
Oh, boy.
And I don't know if I want to say which student asked this. You could probably guess. They've already asked a question. He asked, why are you still small?
Well, Jonathan.
We're moving the computer for this one.
Not all of us can be, Lawson Athlete of the Year, whatever it was that we won last year. Some of us, just don't have that same drive that Jonathan R. does to continually get bigger.
All right. Well, we'll see. Maybe by the end of this coronavirus break, you'll be lost in size.
Watch out, Jonathan. Every hour I'm doing something.
On the hour, even at night. Night.
Oh, it wakes me up in the middle of the night. It's a little annoying, but committed to it.
So what's been your favorite moment with Willie? Last student question. Actually, second to last student question coming in.
My favorite moment with Willie. Wow, that's a great question. I mean, this is gonna sound cheesy, but I'll tell you what. When I picked him, I'm talking about you. Look, he's just being a cutie.
There we go.
when I was picking him up from the shelter, we played for a little while just to make sure it'd be a good fit. Immediately, good connection. We got in the car and I put him in the back seat. And look at him rubbing up on me. Hi, buddy. I got in the car, he got in the back seat, and then he jumped up. And so he had both his paws up on my shoulders and just drove the whole way with his head on my shoulder. Drove all the way home. It was like a 40-minute drive, and that was a good moment, where I was like, we're gonna be buddies. So that was a good one. Trying to think. Wilson's been he's had a very social life. I take him out with me on the weekends. We have some dog parties with some of my other friends. We've had a lot of good memories, but I would say taking him home from the rescue was probably the number one. He
Awesome.
did come to Solorio one day for
I remember that
election. That was a fun day, stomping around the old grounds there. So,
and that was. Did he clock in? Was he on the payroll for that day, or maybe a temporary substitute teacher?
He was. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. I don't know what role he had, but he did about as much as I did that day.
All right, great. Mr. Wisniewski, it's been great to have you. Before I let you go, anything you'd like to say to the students of Solorio?
Same thing I said to Monica R. Read a lot. Read a lot this break. A lot of things to read. Go to the public library is still open. I don't recommend hanging out there. But if you don't have a library card, check in really quickly. Get a library card. Take it home. And then you can sign up for an e-library card and check out any books you want online. Write something worth writing about. I was telling Mr. Buse before we signed on here, I'm currently writing a song about the quarantine experience. Talks a lot about talking to the walls, which I feel like I do on a regular basis because none of you Solorians listen to me anyway. So yeah, that's all I would say. Read a lot. Read a lot while you can.
And what's for dinner tonight?
Well, right before logging on here, I had some leftover corned beef and cabbage. So that'll hold me over for a little while. I've got some cinnamon toast crunch still, so that's a good chance that's going to be dinner tonight.
Yep.
I think we're all under the same impression here that we will not be eating healthy during this time.
No,
it's not a season of eating vegetables or anything like that. Let's enjoy the cereal in front of the TV for a little while, and
And every push-up you do turns one cinnamon toast crunch into like a piece of broccoli, nutrition-wise.
Yes, that's accurate.
I think that was my Ask Science question for tomorrow, but I already spoiled that. So
that is accurate. That is accurate.
All right, Mr. Wisniewski, it's been great to have you. Hopefully, we'll get you back on the show for a little bit of that song.
Looking forward to it. I'll talk to you later. See you guys.
All right, see ya. All right, pause. Nice. All right, Sun Warriors. Well, there it was. Great interview with Mr. Wisniewski. I neglected to ask him what his favorite book was, but hopefully I'll be able to bring him back onto the show. Currently, I'm enjoying a little bit of I'll Give You the Sun. I was very confused by it at first. I would have gotten 55 on the reading quiz. Already discussed that with Miss McCart. Hope that you will keep on reading. Enjoy a little bit of writing. Keep those pencils sharp. Be excellent to one another. Stay safe out there. Signing off for now. See you tomorrow. This is Mr. Buse.